Well, it's official. Flaggers are back in town. We are back, baby. Sorry for the late start of the season. We just had a few teething issues. But I got one message for everyone who downed us. Flaggers 2025. Don't count us out. The season starts now.
It's Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Good Friday. How nothing sets the tone for a great long weekend like a good Thursday night football game.
True.
How good was last night?
It was bloody good, but just before we get to the game,
Yeah.
am I out of turn here when I suggest that Good Friday is the shittest public holiday of the year?
I mean, you're not gonna push it back.
That's true.
So
Nothing's open, mate. I hate it. Like
Cafes?
last night, are they?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything today.
No. Last night going to the shop, and I've gone, right, okay, cool. Yep, mum's coming over from Tassie, so I'll get stuff for barbecue. Yep, cool. Cleaning stuff. Yeah, cool. Get home, and then I go, dog food.
Need to get it.
Need to get that. So I went back out again. Then I went, probably need some drinks. Went back out again. Like, I hate it.
Nothing's open.
I hate it.
Nothing is open. I know the market for me was closed today. Easter Monday, is that people more open there?
I think that's fine. It's Good Friday that's
Everyone checks out.
it's the killer.
Everyone's had enough.
But then again, I grew up in Tassie, where obviously we don't have football.
Every day is Good Friday.
Well, every day's nothing's open. No, but like then there's genuinely nothing open. But I'm assuming now, because of course we're down the road from the MCG, it would be very silly to have everything closed. So I'm hoping, like this afternoon,
Stuff will be open.
There'll be a bit of buzz.
You'll be able to
around.
get some stuff. Your IGAs will be open. Your Coles, your Woolies, they'll be there. The cafes that are open will definitely charge you like 40% more than what they normally would.
Coles is closed, brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Coles are off. Wow, that's big. Big for us. Anyway, Thursday night football was unbelievable.
Yeah, footy. That's right.
How good's mate, unbelievable game. Now, last night up at the Gabba, we just learnt one thing for sure. Collingwood are an absolute steamroller. They can win the flag. This is the absolute worst. The realization that they can 100% win the flag, this is potentially 2023 all over again, is now a genuine reality that we're facing down the barrel of. Last time they were 5-1, last two times, won the flag. Like, their lead is right off. It's the worst. They look so good as well. Like, when I was sitting there, I was going, this is the worst. And watching their ball movement, watching them be back, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
They're a terrifying wagon.
Probably their best performance of the year. I mean, I know that thumping of Port Adelaide was pretty good. Beating Sydney was fantastic. But then other than that, close-ish game against Blues, 7 points against the Dogs. So they're building.
They were building. Oh, that last night, they were just a different level.
Yeah,
Level. And like, it's just, we went in the game thinking about how, and speaking about the winner of this game would definitely elevate themselves as the flag contender for sure. Can definitely win a flag. And half time in the game, we felt still, but maybe there's a comeback on the cards here. They've been doing the comebacks Brisbane all season so far against the former comeback kings. And then after half time, that just was no chance at all in that third quarter. So are we giving Brisbane a mulligan here on this one? Are we happy to say that was just a bad performance all round, or were Collingwood just unbelievable and beat the shit out of them?
You should be winning at home. That's the problem.
It's a big issue.
And big teams need to beat big other teams.
Yep.
So I don't know if it is a mulligan.
It's not. Is this like it's not now? It's not Hawthorn level bad.
No, God, no.
No, but it's concerning.
But I think it's like just honest. It's an honest review of where they're at, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things got exposed last night that we probably assumed were there, but given the comebacks, they put those, wallpaper on those cracks.
Yep.
So, like, the forward line, it wasn't even going in there last night, but even Joey Danaher not being there, like, those big dump kicks weren't getting flanked by him. It came out so easily. Collingwood was just so set up the whole game.
Yeah.
Like, again, we got 2023 vibes about this thing. They're lightning. They are so quick. At a stoppage from breakaway, now defensively they're set up. Where last season, like Darcy Moore was getting criticised for not being a defensive pillar, and they weren't set up. But now, like from last night, you just go, okay, well, Brisbane could not do anything.
No.
There was no add the back goals, running to open goal squares. It was like every time we get the ball, we're just going to rebound it back at you.
Yeah. Some of that ball movement that you talked about there was just rapid
They're
from coast to coast.
Collingwood is still Collingwood. Now, there are some people out there saying, hey, these umpires helping them winning.
Are you one of them?
No, I'm very much on the side just watching this argument happen. So the umpires, the AFL versus, AFL set umpires up to help them win.
Yeah.
Is this a thing that's going to happen all season? They want to see Collingwood on a flag. Do they want to see their golden boy, Nick Daicos, win another flag? Craig McRae, is this what they're going to do here? 50 metre awarded. That was 77 metres. We saw that in Fox Footy's labs. I don't know how accurate that thing is at all, but we saw that. Then we saw a 50-metre penalty numerous times. Again, I think McCreary got one, and then McStay gets pushed in the goal square into the goal post. Is it pushing them back? Is it pushing inside? They get a free kick. The crowd absolutely loses their minds. Chants bullshit for a minute. So is this a case of where the umpires are helping Collingwood, or is this a thing where we go, great is great, and people are going to hate on it?
Oh, I've got no... I tell you what, though, calling a 50-metre penalty and then running 77 metres, so it's 27 metres over the intended penalty, and then they're also in charge of deciding how long 15 metres is. That's my concern.
They should start getting the lab out to measure those 50-metre kicks.
Like, that's where I'm at. So
Yeah.
if they can't tell the difference between an extra 27 metres, how are they going, no, that wasn't 15?
Yeah. I mean, again,
Seriously.
it's absolute joke, the whole system, how their eyes can't even work for a 15-metre kick, and now you're trying to tell them, hey, you got to run out 50 metres.
Yeah.
So in their head, they're probably just, what are they thinking when they're running? Every step's a metre?
I would say that.
Because there's no way. Like, otherwise, you're just being really good at guessing.
Yeah.
So there's actually no measuring stick or tape to get that right. You're just guessing, I assume. Would they train for that? Are they training, hey guys, let's just try and map out where 50 would be?
I guess you've also, in their defence, you would have a rough idea of, we've obviously got two 50-metre arches, and then whatever the distance is. What's the distance between both 50-metre arches?
No, it's so different ground to ground.
Well, that's true. But, like, you get a rough idea.
You
You're
would.
like, okay, so that's 50. It's probably another 50 to the other 50-metre arch, would you say?
I'd say so. So does a 50
then-
always go in line of the goals?
Yeah.
It always has.
The middle,
It does.
yes.
So wherever you are, your 50 gets taken straight to the middle, and you go to the middle of the ground.
I believe so.
So if it was back pocket, you'd go to the middle of the ground, have your 50. Is that right? Because Daicos was on a wing near the benches and
he came in.
Came in.
True.
So I don't know. We probably should know, but would that be the same if it was back pocket? Would they say your 50 is now in line?
I'll
Because
do
that's
some
more
Googling.
distance. Anyway, it was absolute joke. I don't know. Like, again, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying, is it the umpires actually wanting to help the Pies win a flag here? Is this going to be a thing all season? Or is it just because all eyes are on Collingwood games that we go, oh, this is the worst thing ever, other umpires helping them win games? I don't know.
Yeah, here we go. So 50-metre penalty, the act of advancing the position on the playing surface by 50 metres towards the centre of the goal line.
Okay, so you have to go back
So
to the centre of the goal line.
Yeah.
Again, makes no sense. Like, so that's just another umpire's kind of call and take on where that may be
Yeah.
every time. Who knows? I mean, umpires last night didn't help them win that game. They went to town
No.
on Brisbane. But there were some calls where people were saying, well, this is the worst thing in the world. First half, Brisbane about to erupt. People on Twitter going off. People in comments saying, hey, umpires helping them win here. Collingwood have all the takes here, all the calls going their way.
Yeah.
So who knows? All I do know is Nick Daicos is very good at football. 38 touches, 12 score involvements, 8 clearances. Now, Chris Fagan spoke before the game, said, yeah, we got a plan for him. We got a plan for him. Well, the plan must have been to just let him run around and do whatever he wants. Because that's exactly what he did for the whole game. Then half-time, got another plan for him. We got another plan for him.
You think we had one?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Got to send Barry to him. That didn't work. He's just, like, he just does things that just no one else can do.
Mm-hmm.
He's just an absolute freak. And he's definitely the best player in the league at the moment. That's for sure. Like his switch of pace, his agility, he kicks goals. Like, he hurts you in so many different ways. And we're looking at someone at the moment, whether you like him or not, we're looking at someone who's going to be potentially the GOAT.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and find a reason to hate him, or you can just choose to appreciate greatness.
Well, he's only been 22 for about 3 months. Like, that is
He's
crazy.
played 76 games. Like, you can't, like, rare areas like what Gaz was doing, like Chris Judd to an extent. Chris Judd was just explosive, so he looked really dangerous. Who else is a
I
GOAT?
must admit, I can't remember, though, his first 76 games, necessarily.
Nah.
I don't know if it was this good.
I don't think it was that. No, I mean, Gaz maybe. Gaz was a forward, though, so it's hard. His
Yeah.
first couple of seasons as a forward, so you don't know. But his first, like, he's played 76 games.
Yeah.
It's just he should probably have won 2 Brownlows.
Yep.
He's gonna have 100 votes this year. I don't know if it's possible, but he'll find a way.
I'm sure we'll
His
find a
umpires
way.
are helping him.
Yeah.
No, like he's
4 points.
like, sure, hate him, plays for Collingwood. I hate Collingwood more than the next guy.
Yeah.
But like, I choose to be like, no, this guy is really good at football,
Yeah.
and I'd rather sit here on my couch at games and appreciate the hell of what he's doing.
I think it's better for the mental health. Just
Oh,
to take
for
a
sure.
step back and go, you know what? What do you do about that?
You may as
Just
well
enjoy
walk into
it.
games as a fan who's playing Nick Daicos and be like, okay, well, this guy's just going to beat the absolute shit out of us.
Yeah.
So I can choose to sit here and just hate this
Yep.
experience, or I can lean into it and go, no, this is potentially the GOAT we're looking at here. A lot of comparisons that maybe we started. The comparisons between the Daicos brothers and the Ashcroft brothers, who's better? A lot of people saying the Ashcroft brothers, give them more time. Daicos brothers put that to bed in the first quarter pretty quickly. That conversation's over. Like we don't talk about that comparison for another 2 years.
Well, that's true. I think that there's still a conversation to be had.
It's a combo.
I'd like to see what the Ashcroft boys can do.
Yeah, but we parked that for 2 years.
Let's
now,
park it.
because that was over in the first 30 minutes of football.
Agreed.
Daicos boys combined for 68 touches and 2 goals. Ashcroft brothers combined for 32 touches. So
Okay.
Nick Daicos had more touches than both the brothers. They took that so personally. Do you reckon they heard any of that conversation? Said, you know what?
I mean, they must have.
There's no conversation. Park it. It's done. They're the best brothers.
Yeah.
Best brothers of all time. They're just absolute freaks. Even what Josh was doing. Josh first quarter was like, okay, I'll get busy here. Everyone's talking about Nick.
Yeah.
Like if Nick didn't exist, you'd be going, Josh is just an amazing footballer.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was so good. The brother conversation is absolutely done. And also, speaking of greatness and great things that people are doing, Jack Crisp about to break or back to tie Jim Stein's record of 244 consecutive games played. His last game was round 17, 2014, and it was his last season at Brisbane. Then he gets traded to Collingwood as a set of steak knives for Dane Beams and pick 5 and 25. Ended up being the eye fillet. What an absolute, just a longevity and mindset and to be able to endure and go through pain to get to this is wild.
I just think about how your body would feel after 244 games just in general, let alone straight.
Consecutively.
How do you do that?
There's local footballers out there, and I was one as well, hands up, where you have 4 games in your sore.
Yeah.
And you got to miss
Yeah.
a game through a hammy. To play 244 consecutive games, 10, 11 years without missing a game is absolutely wild. So I can't wait. He ties that next week, Anzac Day next week.
Yeah.
Tie that there, and then obviously with hope and the way he's going, he's just going to break it. Jack Crisp was asked about how close he's been. He's like, honestly, to missing a game, he's like, honestly, not really. Had a few niggles here and there, a few knees, a few hammies that have just niggled away at me. Had surgeries in the off-season where I've had a delayed start to the pre-season, but I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty lucky. So shout out to him. That's going to be absolutely huge when he ties that. And then when he breaks it the week after. What do we think about Lethal Lee last night? Did you watch Fox
Yeah,
last
I did.
night?
Yeah.
What'd your thoughts on
On
him
comms.
in Matt Hill's domain? Because we know it's Matt Hill Thursday. So what were our vibes out of Lee?
I think you could tell he's very much still got a Brisbane hat on.
Oh, yeah.
I know that for sure.
He's got a whole Guernsey underneath that suit.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't think he's terrible.
No, that wasn't their best call last night.
Yeah, okay.
There was a lot of talk about Sigma and Aura and Lols and
Sure.
Cringes, and that kind of was like, hey, guys, we got 2 teams beating the shit out of each other in the first half. Like,
Yeah.
they generally hate each other here. Nick Daicos is doing something amazing.
Let's pump the brakes.
You talk about Sigma.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to calm down here. Apparently, someone was saying on 7 it was even more awkward and their call because Kane and Hodgie wanted to beat the shit out of each other.
Well,
like, Hodgie was about to bash him. Generally hate each other at the moment.
gonna have to rewatch that.
Okay, so Pies, legit. Real deal. Scary for the league. Lions,
Yep.
I'm going to give a mulligan.
Okay.
It's like a mulligan with an asterisk going potentially frauds next week.
That's okay. Okay. A mulligan with an asterisk.
Just saying, remember
slash
this mulligan.
Possible fraud.
Yeah, that's where they're at. Okay. So, just again, we said last year, prepare yourself for this summer where you have those moments at the pub, we're having a good time, and then you'll feel something
And
back in
then
your
you
brain, you
remember.
start twitching, and you go, oh yeah, Pies won a flag.
Yep.
That's what we're heading towards.
Yep.
What else happening around the league? Max King. No, having another operation. Now, we all assumed, Ollie, that your big in was going to be Max King. unless you were talking about Harry Boyd.
Yeah, and Ari Showmakers. Look out.
So was that some bad mail, or were you just trying to say something for the sake of saying something? Because you teased us, you teased us here a bit.
There's column A, column B.
Okay.
But then there's also column C, which
Liam
was...
Henry.
Well, I did... Yeah, I mean, he's on the extended bench. What?
It's like I have no idea what I was saying.
No. No, my column C was that I was doing the maths, and last time I saw him, which was when I was filming something with him,
Yep.
I said, how long? And he said, keep it between us, but it'll be the 3, and I'm back.
Yeah, and then breaks a kneecap the next week.
Correct. So it was a column A of just wanted to say something, B, just wanted to look cool and look like I had, better info than I did.
Yep.
And C, genuinely thought
He
that he
said,
was back.
and you've done the math saying
And
I'm
then
back.
since then, clearly...
He's broken another knee now.
Yeah.
He's going to have surgery again. So, I mean, pretty concerning for everyone involved here. Signs
It's
a
not
monster contract to a 2032 $1 million season, then miss half the preseason, now 2 knee surgeries before round 6.
Yep.
Now, we hope he gets right and returns because he's a stud, but also we're now looking down a path where what does his future look like with his body?
Well, I tell you what's not great as well, that this is all happening in the week that his twin brother is playing his 100th game.
Yeah. And leading a Coleman.
And leading a Coleman.
So
that married up with each other, I just hope that mentally he remains focused, because I know if that was me, I'd be in all sorts.
True. A lot of people are saying he's made of glass. He's not made of glass, is he? You saw him close.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
I wouldn't worry about him.
Maybe too big. He's got very skinny knees.
Well, but that's
Is that
actually
an
what
issue?
surprised me. It didn't look it in person.
Okay.
If you look back to his first couple of years, I thought, ooh,
Those
this
knees
is
are
a very
skinny.
tall guy
Yeah.
with giraffe-like
Bad knees.
knees. But I don't know if that's the problem. I mean, sometimes you've just got bad knees, right? I mean,
Sometimes
I'm
there are
5'9" and I've got terrible knees.
There are kids that are born with glass knees
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
So I was born with glass Achilles.
There you go.
But it is now a little bit like the future of the club was him. You wouldn't have given him the contract if you didn't think
totally.
that. So now, even if he does come back now, like it's going to be hard. People say all the time when you come back from surgery, you're never the same. He's had so many surgeries on this knee.
Well, the positive here is, and I'm just trying to look positively because
That's what we're trying to find
Yeah,
here.
I'm going to be totally honest and say it's not ideal. Of course,
No.
it's not ideal. But the positive thing is that it's not reoccurring ACLs.
No.
So they're cleaning it out. They're fixing little issues that hopefully will, just come right over time.
Yep.
But, this isn't a guy who's playing 4 games, then doing an ACL, then coming back next year and then doing the
Yeah,
ACL on the other
true.
knee. And then it's a repeated, this is just a ongoing thing that they need to kind of...
Yeah. I mean,
figure
you are
out.
right with the group, the family and the group chat conversation. That would be very, hey, like, Max, I know your knee's sore, but we're going to go to the game. Do you want to come? Like that kind of thing. Like your brother's played 100 games. Actually, he's actually doing really well. So do you want to come watch him? What's your vibe on this? Obviously, there's going to be some stairs there. How do you want to get in and out of the stadium kind of thing?
And you're out here just, filming, eating cheesecake fries with Ollie at the Hampton Red Rooster.
So,
Arguably, 2 different careers doing
True.
the same thing. But
true.
Yeah.
Let's hope he gets right. We're with you, Max. Let's
We're
get
thinking
right,
of
mate.
him,
Let's
Maxi
get right.
boy.
Rory Lobb's doing some good things. The hair thing. We've seen the blue hair. We've seen the lobster. We saw the woof woof. And now Good Friday appeal logo on the back of his
Yes,
head, which
love
is
it.
great. So going to see him running around on Sunday.
Yes.
Good Friday's today. I think the appeal runs all weekend. Probably runs all the time. But if you do have some spare cash lying around, I know things are tough. But if you do, what's that?
Just probably put the Bailey check away while we're saying that.
If you do have some spare cash, you know what? Donate. We will donate. The show will donate. Oh, that's it. We'll just donate $1,000. I mean, I can't say
Well,
that
you have
without-
to now.
We'll donate $1,000 to the appeal today, but it's a great cause. I'm sure you'll see in the coverage or the stories and what they do. They do some great things with kids and families who are going through some hard times. So get on there, donate, and read some of the stories. Some of the stories are just
Really, I haven't had a look.
like they're just kids, kids, and like it's just sad, and so just kids trying to fight for their life and go through situations that no one should go through. So if you do have some spare time, some spare money, have a read, donate. It's a great appeal over this weekend. Before we end things here and go into the long weekend of football, a lot of selection news yesterday. Some axes got sharpened, some heads came right off.
Mm-hmm.
Blues. Swing the axe. Hits friend of the program, Sam Doherty.
Hurts.
That's one to the heart.
That hurts.
That hurts. So he is playing in the twos, which would be tough all round. So we're thinking of him.
Do you not just not play him? Or, like, what's the go? Like, I don't know.
Well,
Is there any real need to play him in
He'll
the twos?
probably, I assume he'd be the carryover.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I won't say the conversation we had, so I'll wait for a bit.
Okay.
But no, he's okay. He's hanging in there.
Good.
Like, it's tough. It's obviously
Yeah,
not
not
great.
easy.
He's a guy who's gone through a lot for the club and all that, and he'd want to be playing seniors. Started off a little bit slow as a sub, came back in the game. Last week he was pretty good, and then been up and down season for him. So we're thinking of him. I'm sure he'll get himself back into the frame of things. Harry Mackay's concussed.
Yep.
Brody Kemp tore his Achilles. So we're going to lose, aren't we? Oh, we're going to lose. The Good Friday vibe to my Good Friday is like a vibe of maybe it's not going to be the best Friday of all time. Like, I've got really nervous vibes about this game.
So have you just flipped?
Well, seeing what I've seen during the last couple of days and just the vibe coming from both camps, like, it just doesn't surprise me if Kangaroos come out and play an amazing game here. They love the Dome.
Mate, they love Good Friday.
They love the Dome. Like, they play well under the roof.
Yeah.
So I just 1-5 season over.
This is it.
Yeah, 1-5 season over. So always back them, but getting a bad vibe out of it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Get to unpack that today. 3:20 game. Eagles also play tonight too. We got 2 Friday night games. That's a park on the couch. Hot cross buns, chocolate, beers. Then move to a red, and then let's top this thing off with a hard solo.
It's made my stomach thinking about that. So hot cross buns, some chocolate, then have a beer, then cross to red wine, and then just top the night off by getting on some hard solos.
Little cherry on top.
Yeah, well.
Like that. Eagles playing tonight. They're going to get absolutely rolled out west here. Tim Kelly back in. Oscar Allen managed.
Ooh.
So that is, for those who want to play along, managed means we don't want to say you dropped.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put managed in there. Wow, captain.
Captain shouldn't be managed.
I mean, the captain's role is to literally show up every game.
Yeah.
So to be managed is they might hate your guts.
Yeah.
Might hate your guts. The D's, go them. They play Saturday tomorrow, that is. The D's, bold move here. So their big thing is scoring problems. They just can't score. A huge move here to try and score less, we assume, what they've done. Dropping Bailey Fridge and Jacob Van Rooyen.
It's bold. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
So I know everyone there is going bad at the moment. Like, no one's playing well, really.
No.
But to be like, you know what, let's drop our best goal kicker for the last 5 years, our brightest young forward star, and try and literally score as less as we can, but maybe defend better to make them score less, is wild to me. Just wild. Melbourne fans, no one's going to win this game. Like, after that, there was no one going to this game prior to this selection.
Correct.
I think now there's less people going to this selection.
Yep.
The club is literally yearning for people to come. And they just, it'll be 10,000 people there. Crazy. So watch that space.
Let's do over-unders. What do you think?
The crowd?
Yeah.
I genuinely think it'll be under 15,000.
Under 15.
Yeah.
So this is tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 120.
Easter Saturday, so you've already had a day to. Everyone's probably driving somewhere. Yeah,
The snow.
would it be rogue to think under 10?
You can go it.
Why not?
Under 10.
I'll go with
Okay.
the high nines.
Watch this space on Crowd Watch. And then the last one here, just a small one. Oh, Noah Balta, he's in. Could play on a Saturday, head to jail on a Tuesday. Genuine farewell game.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the league or Richmond are doing. They literally couldn't have just messed this up anymore or read the room any worse. So you're going to be a bottom 4 team. You aren't winning this game. The guy that you've just selected, king hit someone outside Ricky D's over a slice of pizza allegedly. And now you decide, let's pick him. Let's put him in our best 22. And then on Tuesday, he could be going to jail. just the actions of it, the pure optics of it are just what, and for not one person in the league, AFL that is, or the Footy Club of Richmond to say, hey guys, before we even check this off, I think maybe, just maybe, this might not be a good idea for our fans or the league or the football club or our sponsors. And they go, no, Adam Uze says in his press conference, he's been punished enough. He literally has not been punished at all.
Not yet. The
his
punishment hasn't come.
It's on Tuesday. And I don't feel bad for Noah, but I feel bad in the sense that the league has now, letting him be selected, let him down because there's nothing positive for him here. Not one thing is going to come out of this where everyone goes, oh, I'm so glad he played. It's a great thing. He can now move past it because the league's allowing it.
Yeah.
The club's allowing it. And the fans should feel absolutely like they've been let down by the club.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be devastated if I was a Richmond fan in that situation.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to cheer that on.
Horrible. But we shouldn't.
No.
People are saying they're going to buy tickets to go and boo.
Well, boo watch will be...
So he's just going to get booed the whole game.
Which
and-
you can make an argument is probably not good for him either. So
Of
it's just like
course,
negative
no.
for everyone.
And the judge in his case said to him that it was something along the lines of, football personalities or SARS think they can do stuff in the community and get away without, a normal community punishment, which might be jail or like some kind of time. I don't know what it might be. So she said, I'm literally going to make this an example and come back for your hearing on Tuesday. So she's probably seeing this and going, oh, great. So the league doesn't give a shit that someone who has pled guilty to an assault charge, they don't care. The club doesn't care. So the public image and the public perspective of this is like the league literally will let you bash the living shit out of someone and come back and do your job.
And then there's that angle too. You've got a guy who's been beaten to all buggery, who knows what sort of injuries he's got, and now he has to sit here going, oh, great. So he just gets to play.
Noah Balta.
He just gets to play at the G, does he?
And then
That's
people
fantastic.
said the guy came out and said he deserves a second chance. He's only saying that because he settled. He got paid. Like, of course he's going to say that. He's probably back at Ricky D's just eating pizzas.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So, and it's not often that every kind of fan, there are some Richmond fans I saw, they're like, oh, well, he served his time, he's learned his lesson, we've got to move on. It's not often that the rest of the league, no matter who you support, come together and go, no, this is just really bad. Like, we don't want to watch someone who's done that be on a field. AFL are doing some things that just make you, and they have been for a little bit now, scratch your head and go, like, surely there's someone up there that just goes, maybe we should not try and piss the fans off so much.
It'd be good,
given they are the product.
Yep.
So, reset the count to 0. Day since AFL did something stupid. Crazy. But again, a big long weekend of football, of eating chockies.
And speaking of doing something stupid,
Yeah.
yesterday you ran a hell of a lot.
That
How
was
are
dumb.
you feeling?
Not great. 58 Ks in the bank. Just the hip, the left hip's gone. There was definitely some demons. I think you saw some demons there for the first time.
Yeah, well, you find it funny at the start, and then I remember you called Ash and I, because we were your support crew.
I didn't see you for a little bit.
Well, I mean...
Where were you again for some of those?
Right, we went to the beach for some of it, and then we went to the Little River Hotel. No, well, I couldn't follow... Like, mate, you were running at a very slow pace. It would have been very difficult to just drive behind you on Old Melbourne Road.
Where we're running, like, it was on a highway, essentially.
Yeah.
And there was you can't just go slowly behind me on there.
No, exactly. But when you called us, and we were like, hey, we've got some food and
stuff.
drinks for you, I do distinctly remember you just talking, and Ash and I just looking at each other going, yeah, all right, mate, we'll find you. Hang up and go, I don't know what he said. It was funny. Now it's concerning.
I was in some bad areas. Like when you saw me, I think there's a vlog coming out. We recorded a little bit. When we pull over on the road, like I couldn't have been in a worse mindset, and probably in body as well. I was really, really hurting there. And then when you guys said, yeah, we were thinking about doing a fishing charter.
Yeah, John caught 6 whiteheads, and he's like, do you want to go out there? And we're like,
I don't know, pushing it.
probably shouldn't.
They've been pushing it.
But the big winner of the day, other than yourself, was the Little River Hotel. I do just need to say
Shout out
this.
to them.
They won't be listening. They don't give a fuck. I said, do you want a photo? They went, nah. They heard about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, had never heard of the show. And the owner goes, wait here, love. And she comes back with 3 Cokes, 3 bottles of water. They made a chicken salad, 3 frozen oranges.
Yeah.
And she watched your story where you're like, I don't have AirPods. And so they gave you, she's like, take these.
Yeah.
And she gave them a wipe with antibacterial wipes.
Yeah.
Gave it to, and I just walked out of there being like, mate, I love the country sometimes.
Yeah, get down there. Yeah, shout out to them. Real MVP came through when I needed it most.
Yeah.
They were huge, but it was just like that's I need them at that moment.
Yeah.
I was down bad, so shout out to them. They're absolutely. If you do drive past them, it's hard to drive past. It's tucked away, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were.
Yanks.
That's where we were.
The Yanks. So beautiful hiking spots around there. So little rivers at the base of the Yanks.
It was not beautiful yesterday.
Yeah,
also,
not Old Melbourne Road.
Just the hottest day ever.
When
did it decide to be 30 degrees? Mid-April.
Yeah.
Like that hasn't been a thing ever.
Not that I can remember.
Then I picked that day to run. I did see the most beautiful horse in the world. Now it's in the vlog, but it was just a beautiful. I don't know if it was real. There were some moments there where nothing felt real.
No.
It's like a mirage, like Carlton Premiership Cup. I kept running towards it, but horrible experience. So the hips are sore, and we go again. So today's big. Imagine if North decide to win by 58 k's.
Your morale watching that.
That'll break me. That'll break me. But long weekend. We're back on Tuesday because we're going to let the Monday game play out, and we come back Tuesday and review. Then back to regular programming after that. So enjoy your weekend. We'll recover.
Yep.
And we'll be back to do football all again on Tuesday.
I like when you say we'll recover. I'm just over here feeling so fine.
Just me. I'll just recover.
Yeah.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.